Hello ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. This is Maximum Overexposure and this is my Feed the Beast series. Well, the turtle is all done. Didn't find any diamond up higher than 16, so I'm thinking it was not an actual hollowed hill. Got plenty of coal, no regrets. I mean, look at all this stuff. Which is cool that it's done because I can finally start grinding it up. I was almost running out of iron. I think I had like 6 blocks left. Which, in vanilla doesn't sound like a lot, but in Feed the Beast, pretty much everything you make takes at least like 8 iron. Whether you have to cook it beforehand or whatnot. But yeah, look at that. That's just from charging overnight, not sleeping during the day cycles or anything. I have a chunk loader on this area, and with the new power system I have installed, which I am about to show you, I don't think I even need the solar panels, although they are a nice addition, you know. All the EU matters, and here it is. Need to figure out a lighting system for this place, but here is the system, and I believe it's running. There's a 20-second delay, so it's not constantly running. Oh yeah, I just saw one pick up over there. Yep, okay. But this is starting from the top, low voltage cable. That's 3 tin, made like a copper wire. And I got the watermills being kept mostly full. It takes about 20 seconds for them to burn away a bucket of water, so the turtles have a delay. Alright, and I used a program I found on Pastebin just because I didn't want to plug Pastebin full of another program that I've made that was a little simpler. I'll show you here. See, it's got the select in there. I didn't figure I'd need that because it's not doing anything else. The selection is going to stay on one. I wanted to take that out. I wanted to modify the sleep a little bit. I read that a bucket takes 25 seconds, so I was going to put it to that. 20 seems okay. Worst case scenario, it's full when it tries to cycle once, so it doesn't get filled. And it pulls it out, and it just, yeah, it misses a cycle maybe. But no big deal, because apparently it is working. Now, if any of these are bone empty, that could be a good reason to go through and edit them all. But that sounds like a lot of work, even just running the paste bins through there. Huh. What's wrong with you? Your water source got screwed up. I got a bucket. I got a bucket. Must have been too many of these pulled at the same time. They're supposed to have I made sure there were 2 rows of infinite water sources behind them. So that anytime they pull, it will get replaced. I never went all the way down here though. I tried filling it from the front. Looks like it's all right back here. I doubt it'll be a problem again. Oop. Good thing I just pulled some smooth stone out of the oven. Really need silk touch. Just slap this baby back into startup. But yeah, selects the first line. The place down will perform the function of whatever he has in his hand. So like if he had a block, he would place a block, but when you try to place a bucket, you actually do the scooping or dumping procedure. So he picks up water, or he places water if the bucket's full. And then he drops it up That'll put it into the turtle, and if you're doing this, the turtle has to deliver to the bottom of the watermill, otherwise it'll go in this slot and does absolutely nothing. That's a charging slot, I believe. Well, a battery went in there, or a battery charged thing went in there at any rate, so it looks like that's the case. Then it sleeps while the bucket's in there, then it sucks the bucket back out. It is very unpipes friendly, I guess, is the way to put it. Turtles pull the water sources, which should be infinite because of the water sources behind them. And then the low voltage wire goes up to the bat box. You gotta do that before 40 blocks. But I did this so it takes all the small packets and turns them into packets of 32. I don't think you actually need to do that, but I figured it was a good step. Maybe save on lag, I don't know. Then the first MFE in the system and the second MFE, they'll fill up in that order and then put them out like that. Remember, when you're placing MFEs, the direction that you place it, like if I placed one right here, the dot would be facing next to me, and that will be the output. It's very important to know that, because if you screw up an input or an output with a high voltage system, you will blow up an MFE. Okay, that being said, 1, 2, 3, I got another one on the other side, 4, and then my pair, 5, 6. 6 MFEs charged up, minus that, within a 24-hour period. I finished it up about yesterday, and haven't been sleeping for night or anything like that. This system's been on the whole time. With just my solar array, my batteries would have been dead. And we've got pretty much unlimited juice. Now I put them like this because I was having a problem when I was trying to use one of the medium voltage machines. They were sucking the 128 EU per tick, and if anything else was running, that single MFE on the end could only put out 128 per tick, so these were ending up not having enough juice. You put more machines on there, you get more EU per tick. Technically, it's still a 128 EU per tick, but you get more packets in the system. It's sending packets of 128. Those packets were going straight here, and they needed to go straight here. Otherwise, you get low power and stuff like that. So if these need to be recharged, they'd get a packet every once in a while, and then those would start over from scratch. Huge pain, huge pain. Had to wait till that was empty before I could move it down there. But that should suffice for anything I need to run or do. As long as I give the battery bank time to recharge, I should be able to do whatever I want, really, at this point of the game. Maybe a third one here for running both of these and something up top. But, you know, as it stands, it's works pretty darn good. Got to get my aluminium levels back up. I cooked most of it, or I used most of it to get those watermills going. All I had to do was craft a bunch of generators and then throw the aluminium plate bending machine. Well, if you could watch the old episode, I guess. Alright, so that is awesome. And the turtle's all done. I already showed you that. Alright, one more thing I wanted to hit on today is something I've been neglecting. Because it's not all that interesting. People hardly find a use for mossy stone. but I found a system that works. Science pays off. Alright, now it needs to be next to a cobblestone, or let's see, these two sides I put them on the corners, and this side I just put it right here. So it doesn't need to be upstream, and well, it can't be covered. I didn't put any over here just to see if it would spread across the joint, or maybe spread to that one then over here or something. But no, this one's completely untouched. You see they're untouched under the sand, dirt. But this was the source block over here, so it came against the water and went that way. Yeah. So I'll probably design a turtle program to harvest this and replace the cobble, leaving the center blocks or something, and then I can have a ton of mossy whenever I want, or I could just, you know, harvest it by hand, I guess. So hard. But anything that helps me, you know, save pick durability, I guess. Now it actually happens pretty quick too. I'm almost wondering if you could use like a timer with a piston and then a block breaker over here. My problem with that is I kind of want to stay away from red power since we're kind of losing it. But I think there's other mods out there with similar things. No one person can know everything about this mod pack, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm super pumped. Finally got a reliable power source. Gonna start getting a lot of MFEs in there. Gonna set up a battery bank so that I won't have any power concerns. I'll probably actually make an MFSU or two just to save myself from making too many MFEs. Plus I'm gonna have to eventually have MSUs anyways. Only problem is I'll have to have all those medium voltage transformers. Oh no. I'm just waiting to see if this will turn green or not, and then I'm gonna have to call it an episode. It doesn't take long. I've already checked out my tests. But yeah, you can see it from the inside. I think that looks pretty cool, especially with the water pouring out the sides. If I wanted to do it, I wanted to have moving water, because then, well, why are they water mills if they just sit near water, you know? Oh, come on, I don't want to do time lapse, and that kind of defeats the whole thing. It was not taking this long before. It's covered from the sky, nothing on top of it, water flowing past it. This should be working. Now it won't jump the gap, but it should spread from that one, no problem. Aha! So there you go. And after the first one, I do believe they'd go a little bit quicker. But if you could have it timed out, then you could have, or maybe even a bud sensor. I feel like that would set off a bud sensor, a block update sensor, detector, whatever. And have it like 2 blocks down or whatever. When it hits it, then you just push them. Actually, probably have to push them that way. So yeah, push them towards the mossy, and then break the mossy on the end. After you have like 2, yeah, have the detector right here. When this one turns, push these out that way, break that one. You know what I mean. But I might do that. Might do a turtle. Now that I've actually shown you the science here, I can get rid of the dirt and try to figure out some type of way of automating this, or deciding if I actually need to. Sounds like a fun project though, and as always it makes a good accent if you're using cobble. which I don't like to, but sometimes you just need to. Even cobble can be a good accent. Alright, well, as always, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Oop, hey, Skitty. Hopefully I haven't rambled too long. I still need to get a timer going. But, yeah. Have a good day.